Hello everyone, in this video we are going to discuss another strategy in TOEFL reading comprehensions. What is it? That's right, it is the pronoun referent. So what is pronoun reference? Let's check it out. The pronoun referent or reference questions ask what noun. Here is the referent, a pronoun or some other expressions refer to. Jadi pronoun reference itu adalah kata ganti, ya, kata ganti yang nanti merujuk yang digantikan itu apa, ya. The correct answer is not always the noun that is closest to the pronoun in the passage. When you were in a primary and secondary school, you were told that the answers for pronoun referent is the noun that its possession is closest or nearest to the pronoun. Jadi waktu kalian masih SD, SMP, SMA, kalau ada kata ganti, biasanya pertanyaan kata ganti yang digantikan itu biasanya posisinya paling dekat dengan kata ganti. Tidak selalu, ya. So the examples of pronoun reference over here. Okay, I for subject and then me. If the noun is the cat, maka it is the pronoun reference for the cat. Jadi bisa menggantikan, replace the word the cat here as a subject, and for the object is also it. If the noun is the boys, he can replace the word the boy. So he is the pronoun referent for the boy, and him is for the object. If the pronoun referent is the girl, if the noun is the girl, she is the pronoun referent for the girl. Jadi she itu kata ganti dari the girl, dan her itu sebagai kata ganti jika posisinya adalah sebagai object. The kids here is the example of plural noun, ya. They can replace the word the kids as a subject, and them is for the object. So what are the strategies that we can do, that we can apply to do the pronoun referent questions, to answer the pronoun referent questions? So first, look at the positions in the sentence. Here we have to know which one is the subject, which one is the verb, and which one is the object or adverb, ya. If the pronoun referent acts as an object, then the noun that is replaced by the pronoun referent will also act as an object. Jadi kalau misalnya pronoun referent atau kata gantinya itu posisinya sebagai objek, maka noun atau kata benda yang digantikan posisinya juga biasanya sebagai objek. Okay. If the pronoun referent is singular, then the noun is also singular. So remember the subject and verb agreement here. Okay, to make it clearer, let's take a look at the example. Number 1 over here. When small fish venture too close to the tentacles of these living flowers, they are stung and eaten. They refers to here. So they is the subject of the second sentence, ya. They are stung and eaten itu adalah kalimat lengkap, dan they di sini posisinya adalah sebagai subjek. Ingat, kata ganti, kata benda yang digantikan oleh kata benda tidak selalu posisinya yang paling dekat. Kalau di sini kan paling dekat adalah living flowers. Jika jawabannya living flowers, salah. Kenapa? Karena coba kita lihat di strategi yang pertama. Position. If the pronoun referent acts as an object, then the noun will also act as a subject. Di sini they dia posisinya sebagai subjek, sementara living flowers itu posisinya sebagai objek. Maka kita harus cari yang posisinya sama, yaitu sebagai verb juga. Which one? Small fish. Small fish is the subject of the previous sentence, ya, kalimat yang sebelumnya, dan dia juga sama plural. Fish di sini bentuk pluralnya baik singular dan plural sama. Now, example number 2. So the answer is small fish ya. Example number 2. X-rays allow art historians to examine paintings internally without damaging them. Them here refers to bla bla bla. Di them ini menggantikan kata apa? So ingat, remember, them adalah kata ganti for object ya. Is a pronoun reference for an object and it is plural. Kata damaging itu menunjukkan bahwa them di sini adalah indirect object ya. Indirect object. Jadi kita harus mencari di kalimat sebelumnya yang juga posisinya sebagai objek dan dia juga berupa indirect object. Ya. Di sini di kalimat sebelumnya, X-rays allow art historians to examine paintings internally. Itu kita ada dua objek. Yang pertama adalah art historians and paintings. Itu adalah dua objeknya. Art historians atau para sejarawan bidang seni, di situ dia bukan sebagai indirect object, dia sebagai direct object. Dan paintings over here is the object that is indirect. Jadi the answers for question number 2, them refers to painting. Now let's take a look at the last example number 3. A flat kite needs a tail to supply drag and to keep the kite pointed toward the sky. A simple one consists of clothes strips tied end to end. One refers to blah blah blah. Kalau kita lihat the word one over here, itu posisinya adalah sebagai subject and it is a pronoun for singular thing. One ya. Kalau tanpa s berarti dia cuma menggantikan kata singular, kata yang tunggal. Berarti untuk mencari noun yang di replace by one, maka kita juga harus mencari yang singular dan posisinya sebagai subject. So which one? A flat kite is the subject and it is singular. Jadi jawaban dari one refers to bla 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 adalah a flat kite. Okay, so that's all for today's topic, the pronoun reference. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thank you very much for watching the video. Happy learning everyone. Bye.